Which team do you think that in the middle of it has the most questions? Is it Colorado? Because quarterback, actually, I think Caden Salter and Julian Lewis, like whatever works out there was probably going to be fine for them. It's just they just lost a generational player and some superb athletes around him.
Yeah, I think what makes Colorado so confusing is that the last 2 years, and I think you could even go back even a little earlier than that at Jackson State, Deion Sanders' teams have been built around doing one thing, and that's featuring his sons and Travis Hunter. And, last year, obviously, they throw the ball a whole ton. They throw the ball to Travis Hunter a whole ton to try to get him the stats to win the Heisman Trophy. And obviously, they have a really good year. They win 9 games. Well, now all of a sudden, because like you said, Caden Salter comes in. I think he's a solid quarterback. Julian Lewis is a really talented young player. But it's probably not going to be Shedeur Sanders, at least right away. And the other piece of this, too, is they have a good wide receiver room, but they don't have a Travis Hunter in that room. Somebody's going to, be one of the best receivers in the country, not even getting into, obviously, what he does on the defensive side of the ball. So what's fascinating to me is that this is probably going to look more like a real traditional football team. And I think that the most underrated aspect of this team is on defense. I mean, their defense coordinator, Robert Livingston, I think is a rising star in this industry. He became the highest paid assistant coach in Colorado history this offseason. They've got a good defensive line. They've got some pieces at linebacker and in the defensive backfield. So, potentially that allows them to have a floor that gets them into the bowl conversation. Then obviously on the offensive side, again, it's going to be, does somebody emerge at running back for the second straight year? They're losing their top rusher. They're losing so many of their top receivers. Their offensive line never truly came together, though at least many of them are back. So it's just going to be something completely new when Colorado takes the field in 2025. And I think that's what makes it so complicated, is there really is no pathway to them being able to replicate exactly the kind of football that they played in 2024.